In this video, we'll be talking about understanding Bitcoin as a financial revolution to the current monetary system and how understanding that is important so that you don't treat it as if it's just some regular asset class and you just sell off when certain things happen in the market. Some people may have heard about Bitcoin through Instagram, Facebook, X, any other type of social media platform, maybe a friend, whoever, right? And that's awesome. If your friend or if you heard it on social media and you're interested in buying Bitcoin and you say you happen to buy Bitcoin, that's amazing. Great, cool. You're contributing to the Bitcoin network, you're contributing to your self-sovereignty somewhat. You're just scratching the surface. Buying Bitcoin isn't enough. You need to understand Bitcoin. If you don't understand Bitcoin, certain things that could happen would be panic selling, leaving your money on the exchange, trying to time the market when it comes to Bitcoin, and just missing the overall revolution when it comes to escaping our current monetary system with Bitcoin, because that's the sole goal and purpose of it, right? So understanding Bitcoin is a mind shift that once you understand it, all the things I just mentioned, like they'll be forethought. Like they won't be on your mind if that makes sense, right? A lot of people get into Bitcoin or they focus on Bitcoin because they see that it can grow your wealth within maybe a number of years or whatever, right? Which is great. Number go up is amazing. Like we just witnessed Bitcoin jump from 65,000 last year to 112,000 really within like 6 months, right? So, and that's great. So one day we're hoping that Bitcoin goes to a million and possibly 100 million. Because if you have your money in there, then you could potentially be very, very wealthy. So that's great for you and it's great for your family, right? But people need to understand that Bitcoin is more than just number go up, right? Bitcoin was made so that we as individuals can become self-sovereign with our money, meaning self-sovereignty. What does that mean? My name is sovereignty. So what does sovereign mean, right? It means that you have control of everything in your life, right? Like there is no government involvement when it comes to being in control of what happens with you. You're in control of your money, you're in control of what you eat and put into your body, you're in control of the land that you own or whatever it is. Self-sovereign means that you have control over your life and you can do whatever you want whenever you want. Granted, hopefully nothing illegal, right? But the goal is to become a self-sovereign individual. That's what self-sovereign means. And Bitcoin allows us to get there financially, right? It is an escape from our monetary system. And when I say that, I mean specifically when you buy Bitcoin, you're literally trading fiat, i.e., dollars or euros or whatever it is, for Bitcoin. You're betting that the Bitcoin system will win when it comes to the fiat system. That's what you're doing when you trade your money for Bitcoin. And you're doing the vice versa when you sell your Bitcoin for dollars. So, and that's just something that you kind of want to put in like the back of your mind as you're going on this Bitcoin journey and you're buying Bitcoin or selling Bitcoin or whatever you're doing, right? And this is probably another reason why people don't get into Bitcoin and they don't try to understand it is because one, they may have bought Bitcoin back then and they sold it and they didn't understand what it is, or two, they didn't have the chance to buy Bitcoin or they didn't know about it and they wish that they could have bought Bitcoin and they think that it's too late to buy Bitcoin because of the price, right? And I understand that completely. I felt the same way when I was getting involved in Bitcoin, but once you see that Bitcoin is it's an asset that allows you to buy or get in at whatever place you are, wherever you are in life or whatever time frame, and your money will still grow exponentially. Like once you see that or you realize that, then you get to the point to where mindset wise, you're like, okay, now I know where I'm at with this. Like I know that I can just put money into Bitcoin and just let it grow and just live my life. So I don't have to worry about anything else pretty much. And then once you get to that level in your head, everything else just doesn't really make sense. Like everything else seems as if it's like a gamble, right? Because Bitcoin it looks like it's that one sole thing that is is like is true and everything else is just like a lie or it's fake. Like it's kind of hard to explain, but like once you get there, you'll know what I mean. So like just start researching Bitcoin, start studying, start looking into it. And a lot of people are curious about like where to kind of get started. And I think a lot of people should probably get started on, if like, just like watching videos. So the first video series that I watched about kind of understanding money, because that's where you really want to start, is like understanding money. Like once you understand like how our monetary system works, you'll want to learn more about it, and then you'll want to learn more about like Bitcoin and like how it can fix it, right? So learn how our monetary system works in a good video. And I got this from Chris Johnson. If you ever watch this video, I got a lot of stuff from him, but I got a video from Chris Johnson, or a video series. It's by this guy. His name is Michael Maloney. He's some old dude. He's a cool old dude, but I don't know him personally, but he's an old dude, and he talks about like our monetary system, how it's broken, and he searches for something that could potentially fix it, right? So, and the series is like, oh, it's like super old. It's like 14 years old now, or 15 years old, or something like that. So I'll post the link to the actual I'll post the link to the actual series in this video. So I would start with that. I would start researching. I would look up Jeff Booth videos. I would try to purchase his book, The Price of Tomorrow. I would read that. There is a book by Alden. I would read that book. It's called Broken Money. I would start with those two. There's another book also. It's called Inventing Bitcoin. I'm not sure who wrote that book, but I would check that one out too. That's also a really, really good one to start with. And they'll basically all give you like the same breakdown, right? They start off with talking about like the history of money and how money has worked in the past, and how money has been manipulated in the past, and what was used as money. And then it goes into, okay, why our system is how our system works and why it's broken. And it talks about political leaders and how people believe that it's like politics fixes everything, and it breaks it down for you in just like a way that's very digestible, and it's easy to understand. So I'll post the links to a couple of books that I've read, and you guys can check those out. But yeah, so I think that once you understand Bitcoin, you get out of like that number go up mindset, and then you shift into like okay, how do I protect this asset so that I don't lose it? Like that's the biggest thing when it comes to Bitcoin, is like making sure your Bitcoin is protected well enough to the point to where your family can have it when you're gone, and then you can use it while you're still alive as well. And like you don't lose it, or you don't accidentally send it to somebody, or it's not stolen from you in any way or whatever, right? So once you get out of that number go up mentality, then you shift to like okay, how do I secure this? How do I protect this to the best of my ability? Because once you start securing your Bitcoin, you realize that it's just on you. There is no, granted, there are services out there where organizations can help you store your Bitcoin and things like that, right? Or you could just leave it on exchange, but there's a lot of risk involved with that. And once you understand that, you'll become paranoid, right? There's a saying that obviously only the paranoid survive. And when I say that shit is so true, after studying Bitcoin and understanding it, only the paranoid survive. It's the truth. So yeah, Bitcoin is not something that you buy, right? Bitcoin is something that you understand. And I mean that truly. It really is something that you have to understand. And that's the only way that you'll truly become self sovereign and probably wealthy. If you don't understand Bitcoin, you're, I'm not saying you won't get wealthy, because I mean, there are people who don't understand Bitcoin and are wealthy, but I mean, your chances of staying wealthy are higher if you understand Bitcoin, is what I'm saying. If you do like these videos, please like and subscribe. It really helps with the algorithm of my video and getting it seen by like more and more people. So yeah, I appreciate it, and thank y'all for watching my videos.